Well, this is different.
It is.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Are we ready to let loose?
Let loose. No, we're not talking about US today. We can't let loose.
Cut it.
We can't let loose. There's a Thunderpussy around. Anyway.
A Thunderpussy?
A Thunderpussy. Welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. Thank you. We're drinking dragon fruit lemonade today because I wanted to.
You know, I'm sad we're not letting loose today, but you can still call me the queen of the Admira Thunderpussy. My name is Will Justice. I am the Virgo Bitch of New York, and today we have some raspberry lime seltzer, which is basically generic bubbly sparkling water in this Gilly Jane mug from the UK. And water, because hydration is important.
Hydration is important. And who are you? Who's this bitch?
Who, little old me? Well, my name is Matthew, and you may know me as Black Boy on TikTok or Twitter, or you might not know me at all. And today I have a lovely glass of filtered water, but it's in a mug, so everyone thinks I'm going to be drinking tea today.
Is it sponsored by Irene Dubois, is my question.
It's not iced.
It's filtered, so I guess it's sponsored by Brita?
Valid. Matthew, welcome to the cup. We're so happy to have you.
Oh my god, thank you for having me. My god, I was absolutely ecstatic when, well, first off, Will tweeted about like how I should come onto this podcast, and I was very happy that Logan, you reached out to me. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to talk about Sverige because it deserves to have a talk.
It does. This episode in particular is a great moment to bring you in because for the first time this season, we're filming only one episode at a time because we got a few weeks behind and had to do 3 of them in one go. I'm very thankful. It's one episode today. It's a Snatch game. There are twists, there are turns, there are Thunderpussies. Everything is happening all at once. But Matthew, what have you thought about Sverige so far? First 3 episodes, thoughts?
Okay, so it's definitely the second best Drag Race season airing right now.
Yes.
So it's I wonder what's the third.
España.
Not this. No, because imagine the Meet the Queens doing better than the entire franchise of Drag Race. But we don't have to talk about Belgique today. But other than that, I think Sverige has been great. It definitely is a hidden gem of a season, I think, because it has been very good so far. A lot of twists and turns, but not oversaturated on those twists and turns. It feels very tasteful. So I think it's just a hidden gem, mainly because nobody's watching it besides like us and a couple of Stan Twitters.
There's like 5 of us that are watching it, plus like set her aside. Like that's about it. Like,
and then like all 30 people that live in Sweden.
Pretty much.
All of the Swedish peoples.
Wait. Hello to the Swedish people. No, I can't. I can't do Trixie as Swedish Cher.
The ones,
but
the tweets.
The 3 times. I love to chop my Klarna. One time I asked my grandparents, may I please have
bread?
Bread.
That is my favorite quote of all time. Period. But we're not talking about
so good.
Oh, we should at some point.
We should.
That sounds fun.
Let's get into our other Swedish gals.
But yes, so we're 3 episodes in. We walk into the workroom this episode, and Endigo is Endigon.
Is she really Endigon?
Well, American apparently not, because well, we thought at this moment that she was gone, and I was sad.
We talk in the workroom for a bit. We wipe shit off the mirror. I'm sorry, Logan.
Oh, no, you're fine, baby. I was just going to say, I just wish Indigo knew how to walk in heels. Or shoes at all.
Yes.
Who was it? I saw someone said that Indigo was the worst runway walker in Drag Race history.
Mira Mangle said that.
It was Mira. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Mira. Mira, another person watching Sverige along with the 30 other of us that are watching.
You know, I've seen plenty of people wear demonia boots and whatnot and call it fashion, but Indigo, I love you down. You gave us an iconic meme with Big Chungus, but just like room service, internet fame cannot get you this far.
Well, it's not even like she has that much yeah, a lot of her stuff is internet stuff, but she is also like a working drag artist in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Or they just did an article with, I think, Wow Presents or something, or Wow Presents posted it on Instagram or something. The full article is really interesting and explains a lot more about Indigo than we got on the show.
Oh wow.
But I appreciate them. And it's not the last time we're going to see them, apparently, because we walk into the workroom the next day. Fuchs is doing what Fuchs does. Do we like... Okay, we're 4 episodes in. Do we like Fuchs as a host?
Yes.
I enjoy Fuchs. Fuchs is very loud and very out there.
Loud!
First things first, I was gagged to find out that Fuchs was bald, but then again, so was RuPaul and plenty of other hosts. Logan's bald. Brooklyn was bald at one point.
Brooklyn was bald at one point.
Rita was bald at one point. Anyways, that's the last time I'm gonna mention that girl.
Thank
other
you.
than that,
never heard of her.
Other than that,
I don't
Fuchs
know.
Fuchs de Lux is very an interesting character, a very interesting like artist to watch.
Yeah.
Like she's very captivating. Like her and Kaio are very captivating.
Oh, Kaio Shikoni. Oh my god. When Tona Sekelius was on the show and Kaio Shikoni wasn't, I was like, my Eurasian queens. And then the fact that we are still waiting to see Loreen on this season of Drag Race, I like that episode. I will be screaming the entire episode.
Euphoria will be the lip sync.
Yeah,
It has to be.
I feel like she's going to be like a finale guest. Like
that
makes so much sense.
I wish we knew what the next episode was.
No, because where are the goddamn trailers for the next episode?
Nowhere.
They're egging us. Like they're egging us at this point.
I will say it is kind of fun going into it, and it's like, oh, it's time to watch Sverige. I have no clue what we're doing this week.
True.
But
because there's nothing on Reddit.
There's literally like the tea checker on this season was bare bones, and I was like, okay, I kind of love that though.
No, because I was talking. I don't read spoilers, but I have friends who do. And I have this one friend who lives in Spain, and he was like, "Oh, I know all the tea about it, like España, whatever whatever's about to come out." And he was talking about how like Sverige has just like had nothing, like nobody knows anything about it. They like even the spoilers, the Reddit girlies, nobody knew a thing about it, and I thought that was very fascinating.
Yeah,
because usually those girls are top of it. Yeah,
they're on top of everything. It was wild. I am also someone who subscribes to a lot of the spoilers, only because then, like for me, like breaking the fourth wall fully, me looking at spoilers means that I can accurately plan, like, oh hey, I know that there's going to be a really big episode, like Lip Sync Lollapalooza on 15. I knew that was coming. And I was like, so everyone might want to be on the pod this weekend or watch the episode this weekend because I know y'all are going to want to talk about it.
And then we have 5 bitches on that episode.
Exactly. I will say my favorite part of Sverige so far has been the previous episode recap where it's just cold open, lip sync, Believer! I'm like, oh my god, okay. Jesus, Fuchs, I get it. You're lip syncing for your life. I understand.
Listen, I wish half of the Drag Race hosts will get that much energy.
Could you imagine Brooklyn Heights just like face not moving, lip sync for your life? Like, I would love that, honestly.
Oh my god.
Or when RuPaul does it sometimes, where she has that little affectation, that's cute, and I like that.
You know, when she has
right.
The coffee enemas.
Or maybe Paolo, where what does Paolo say? Like, you get the the elbow,
And
I
it
push
was
you down a creek. Like,
I will say, I didn't love Paolo as a host. I'll be fully honest about that. But what I did enjoy was that every time there was a lip sync, it was like, and the elbow, and then you're doing this, and it just kept adding on every week. Where the last one was just nonsensical, and I did find that entertaining.
it was great.
Paolo's kind of a meme to me. That's all I could think of because
Oh,
I'm
Paolo,
gonna
yeah.
because I'm gonna refer
The
myself on Philippines.
shoes.
The shoes.
That has become my cup mainstay. Like every time there's a shoe, it's just like the shoe.
No, because like the two most iconic moments of last year were the shoes and then the fucking face that Paolo made when Corazon during the design challenge. Just okay.
I would say the third, honestly, is boom, turing. Like those are the three.
Yeah.
As a whole.
It's just anyway, Sverige.
Sorry.
We tangent here. We welcome it. It happens. But Fuchs walks in this really cute, like acid wash jumpsuit almost situation. I was like, okay, I see you coming for Supreme Deluxe in the workroom. No, like she's doing the second best.
Over like that.
Like coming for her spot. No, I love Supreme in the workroom. That's what words are not working for me today. Anyway, Fuchs comes in. It's a reading challenge. And honestly, I could not tell you a single read that any of the current girls gave. All I
remember was short jokes about Fontana, and that's it.
Right.
That was about it.
I'm very glad I don't think anybody made like really poor jokes about her immigration either, which I was
it seems like
which I was very glad about.
Seems like the Swedish people are pretty good about that, just in general, from what I understand of Sweden.
Yeah, because I remember on France, like every joke about Lolita was, "Oh, you're Mexican," So I'm very glad that they like avoided that with Fontana.
I still have not forgiven Kitty Smile for his treatment of Lolita Banana.
I still haven't forgiven Discount Anna Looking Miss Daphne Burki for her treatment of Lolita.
Nope.
Especially during the makeover.
But Nikki can stay. Nikki's great.
The only person who cared about Lolita was Nikki.
Truly. I think, honestly, I think it's because Nikki is also an immigrant.
Because That's Nikki said, we see each other.
Nikki said, I'm so goofy. I see you. I went to America. You came to France. I'm so goofy. I cannot wait for France season 2 for the sheer number of times we say goofy.
Speaking of goofy, this reading challenge.
Speaking of goofy, because the reading challenge happens, and then Fuchs goes, so we're going to do it again. And I fully thought it was like a Art Aria, Drag Race Thailand, first lip sync. No, y'all have to do that again. That was so bad. You have to do it again. Yep. That's where my mind went out. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Almighty Aphrodite, Antonina Nutshell, and Indigo walk back into the workroom, and I was like, What? I thought the lady said go home.
Go home. Go home.
Like, the lady said go home.
The lady said go. I said what I said. And the lady said go home. But they walk back in, and we find out that the eliminated girls are not only going to do the reading challenge. I was like, oh, that's cute. Like at first, I was like, oh, that's cute. They get to do the reading challenge. Like we're trying to like build up everybody, even the people who have been eliminated. No, bitch. The person who wins the reading challenge is coming back into the competition.
And this is why I wear my shirt today, because I want to, give a little shout out to Miss Antonina Nutshell, my favorite big girl out of the whole cast.
I was gagged.
I was gagged a bit for sure, definitely.
Because, like, if you're going to hear about any franchise, any first season of a franchise doing a comeback and hearing that Sweden is doing it, that's the last thing I expected.
And of all things, and it's not even a maxi challenge to come back in the competition. It's a reading challenge, which I will say, I do kind of enjoy. I'm like, okay, the shadiest bitch gets to come back. I kind of enjoy that. The other part of me is like, Sweden, what the fuck are you doing?
If the shadiest bitch were to come back, name one international franchise where the shadiest bitch could have came back.
Juriji.
Fact. My mind immediately went to La Brioche.
Oh.
She was shady.
I think I have France on the mind now because they're so goofy, and this was so goofy. But no. Oh, yeah, Jarigi.
Yeah.
Jarigi on Belgique. We didn't get enough Jarigi. Anyway, we're really not trying to talk about Belgique. It's Sverige today. But
Antonina's back. Thank
yes,
God.
she is.
Antonina is back.
Yes. Like
I will say though, Indigo did such a good job.
mhm.
And then Admira was there.
Admira Thunderpussy is in the competition, my dear.
The
Not
Almighty.
Admira, fuck!
Okay, you need to take Queen of the Admira Thunderpussy out of your headline right now.
I'm sorry, not Admira. What's her name? The one
Almighty.
who went first.
Almighty.
I didn't realize she was going by Almighty as her first name, and I'm like, why?
Almighty Aphrodite.
I
I
always
like it,
called
though.
her Aphrodite. But all right, Almighty, work diva.
I live for that name though. But
It's a cute name, however, this was premature casting.
very, very true.
And
Very
it's
true.
very unfortunate that she's the only queen of color on this cast.
Oh,
We talked about it in the cast assessment and the bulk episode that we did.
Mhm.
It's just like it's really unfortunate, but like there was no other way around Almighty going home first. Like she was the
Right.
only person that could.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Like it was just too soon. I wish she did wait a little while to come back, but she had like 2 good reads. I give her that.
She
And
did
then
have
on
2
downhill.
really good reads, and then Admira was literally like, before we even see it happen, Admira's like, Almighty started so well, and then she plummeted. And I was like, oh, we hadn't seen, oh, there's the plummet.
Hmm.
There it is.
Yeah.
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 Well, Antonina's
Welcome.
back. I'm thrilled.
Me too.
I love a
And-
good comeback queen.
Truly. And she ran through the whole gamut in this episode.
Yeah. Oh gosh, she went through it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. But we find out then that the Maxi Challenge is Snatch Game.
Yay.
In typical, traditional Drag Race formatting, reading challenge, Snatch Game.
Mhm.
Do we like that those are together, or now that we've seen it separately, done in the US and done on other franchises, do we like that it's kind of separated sometimes?
Yeah, I think I like when they're together because I, as a viewer, like when I see a reading challenge, I'm like, oh great, so that means Snatch Game is coming too.
Yeah.
And I'm always taken aback when they just randomly do the reading challenge and then it's not Snatch Game.
Reading
maybe
challenge and the Maxi Challenge is the ball. I don't know.
like
A
very
horrible scripted acting challenge.
Is the reading challenge, and then suddenly it's magazines?
magazine covers.
Not the magazine cover. Not the magazine. Oh God, Chigley's magazine.
How do we go from rocking the yard sandals to suddenly doing covers of Vogue?
It's fine. It's fine. But yes, we are doing Snatch Game. There's not a whole lot really that happens in the interim. They're talking about their choices. Fuchs comes through, does some talking.
Yeah.
I knew one character here, and it's because she's American.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Truthfully.
Oh, Brittany. I was like,
Brittany.
I was like, who's the American?
Exactly. Love you,
sometimes-
Fontana. We'll talk about it, but
Sometimes it's hard with some of these international franchises because, again, a bunch of us are not from this place, and
Yeah.
we sometimes don't know most of these celebrities, unless it's like maybe UK or Canada or España.
Right.
Canada does pretty good. I know most of the Canadian celebrities.
Canada does a mixed bag sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shall we
But we have
just
to like.
go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like it's like I just always have to remind myself that like these international franchises are like not intended for me as an American viewer. So when I'm like, I don't know who this character is, I remind myself I'm not supposed to,
Exactly.
I'm sure people in Sweden get it.
Totally.
Like they know who this is,
And that's why I enjoyed some of these international franchises Snatch games, i.e. France and some of the views.
I was gonna say Philippines. Honestly, I enjoyed the Filipino Snatch game.
Oh, Silhouette did amazing. So that's why like I know when a queen deserves to win Snatch Game on especially non-English franchises when I actually think it's hilarious because
Absolutely.
it's hard to like convey a joke in a cadence I don't understand and in a language I don't understand. So that's why I love Zilhouette. Who else am I thinking of? Le Grand Dame, So Muse, for sure.
Yeah.
Marina as that one lady with the neck brace.
The president of the Philippines?
That was the president?
Oh,
Or the former president, not the current reigning president, but the former president.
Oh, that's nerve.
Shall we just get to it?
I guess so.
Yes.
We might as well.
Excited.
It feels like the right time. So I
have the list.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say I don't have the list. So top left, in the traditional hot seat, we have Elecktra, who was one of the Annas. I don't remember which one.
As Anna Anka.
Great. A woman. A woman.
Okay, so Anna Anka is a Swedish and American model, actress, and author.
She's American.
Anka! Okay, she was married to Canadian singer Paul Anka and was featured in the Swedish reality show Svenska Hollywood Fraud, which is Swedish Hollywood Wives.
Okay.
Like Paul Anka, the singer?
Yep. And they divorced in
Put your hand on my shoulder, Paul Anka?
Yes.
Fascinating.
And she also made a brief appearance in Dumb and Dumber, when she went by her maiden name of Aberg.
Okay. Work.
This is gaggier than me finding out Love Connie wasn't legally blocked. Okay, next to her we have
Antonina
Sandra Dahlberg wearing Alexis Mateo's Shakira wig.
Literally. Who's also a woman.
I thought this was somebody from like Mamma Mia for some reason.
Yeah. Sandra is a woman that does things. Let us know.
I'm sure.
She is a Swedish Sami singer. She sings a mix of folk and pop music and has had hits that were performed in the Swedish selection of Eurovision back in 2004, 2006. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Way before my Eurovision viewing time.
Yeah.
I'm always like, Eurovision? Dragonfly! Straight! I love it. And then next to her is Fontana doing Free Britney.
Doing Instagram era Britney Spears.
Let's run through the rest of the characters because I have thoughts on Fontana specifically. But
me too.
After that is Santana as another woman.
Gunilla
assumedly.
Persson,
presumably a woman.
A Swedish former fashion model and current television personality. So she was also her house has appeared in so she also was in Swedish Hollywood Wives.
The fact that that's a show.
That's a show.
There's enough Swedish Hollywood Wives that you can justify a show. I love that.
And what I've seen is that her house was burned down on the show, as I've seen.
Oh.
And then she was also in the celebrity version of Swedish's The Biggest Loser.
Oh.
I want to talk about the next person as well. So that's Vanity doing Anna Book, who, according to Wikipedia, I Googled this woman. Mm-hmm. The only thing available on her headline when it comes to her Wikipedia article on Google is that she's a Swedish pop singer, and her best claim to fame is participating in Let's Dance in 2006 and finishing in second place. That is what Wikipedia thinks is the most interesting thing about Anna Book.
Meanwhile, go ahead, Logan.
Oh, Admira Thunderpussy.
No, not that.
Oh,
no, not that. Anna Book was also in Melody Festivalen.
Melody Festivalen?
Yes, back in 2007.
Did she win?
A total of 3. She was okay, so she did it 3 times. She did it in 2007 for the semifinals, and she was a finalist and finished 9th and second last in the final. for participation would have been in 2016. Then her song
Why
got
was she disqualified?
because it was already done back in
Oh,
2014.
okay. Oh my god. Yeah, because her song in 2016 for Melody Festivalen, she was disqualified 2 days before the semifinal because the song had already participated in the Moldovan national selection for Eurovision in 2014.
Yeah, now let's talk
My
about
God.
Who is this woman?
I have no idea.
Oh my
And now we have
goodness.
Admira Thunderpussy as Anita Ekberg.
Who I know that name.
I
That
actually
name-
knew who this was
Look at us.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
Look at
beautiful.
us knowing things.
because I
She's
saw
beautiful.
because I have seen that movie that she's in that made
La
her
Dolce
like famous.
Vita.
Yeah, La Dolce Vita. I've seen that
Yeah.
movie. Like that's a great movie.
It's a great
So
movie.
I actually knew who this was.
I
one.
did as well.
I'm
Mhm.
not gonna know
Look
who
at
this bitch is. I'm sorry.
A very,
But she's
very
beautiful.
lovely actress.
Yes.
And then last up is Imaa doing something.
As Carola Hackvist.
Great.
Um,
Who is that, Will?
so Carola is a Swedish singer and songwriter. She has been among Sweden's most popular performers since the 80s and has released albums ranging from pop and disco to hymns and folk music. And she has represented Eurovision on 3 occasions.
Oh.
In 1983, finishing third. She won in 1991, and she finished fifth in 2006.
Logan, you're really slacking today.
Okay, honestly, my Eurovision knowledge goes up to like 2004.
Hmm.
Like that's as far back as I go, honestly.
Oh, this is even worse. She has controversy regarding homosexuality.
Oh.
As in, wait.
She
As in,
knows
she's allegedly a homo.
Allegedly, okay. So back in 2002, for this interview with QX, which is a Swedish gay magazine, she had alienated many gays and some heterosexual fans by alleging that she knew heterosexual people who had become, gays who had become straight through prayer. She also said that homosexuality will remain "quote unquote" unnatural to her. And they brought this up when she participated back in 2006 for Eurovision during the press conference, and she did not answer the question.
Well.
And then later on, it was also brought up, and it said, Carola doesn't hate gays. If she did, I wouldn't work for her.
Yeah, I mean, she has done very well at Eurovision.
And apparently...
Third, first, and fifth in her 3 appearances.
And apparently she had a romance with a woman in the 1980s. So Gagula of the season, they were almost a couple, but they didn't become a couple.
Work. So that's who we watched. What did we think overall?
I think it was kind of interesting that Fontana did a Britney that was finally freed from the shackles of her nasty ass father and the human trafficker who manages Meghan Trainor. So I think it was interesting. I just wish she would have twirled and swirled a bit, maybe.
Fontana's performance specifically reminded me in similar but different ways to Alexis Mateo doing Alicia Keys, where it's like she kind of took what she thought was Britney and just made like a maniacal sort of like person who is not in touch with society whatsoever.
I mean, Alexis did a great job as like a lesbian Alicia Keys. I don't know if I can save her to save for Fontana. No.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like, Logan, like, I don't know. Can you explain that further? What do you like mean by that?
I mean that like when Alexis did Alicia, like we know a lot about Alicia Keys, but she kind of took Alicia Keys and veered her like in a very specific but not factual way.
They made her like a stud.
They made her they made her a stud. And then when it comes to Fontana, it's like she took Britney and made her like just kind of exacerbated the like I don't know how to be a real person angle, and so I don't necessarily think Alexis is the best example, but it was the only one I could think of where like they took the idea of this character and veered it in like a different but not incredibly factual way.
Okay, so like I guess I was trying to think of any other examples, but the way that you explain it now, where it's like, it seems like you're saying that like they took a trait of the character that's almost even non-existent.
Yes.
Compared to like a lot of Snatch Game characters that we see that are done well are like taking one of their traits, but just like exacerbating it to make it funny. Okay, I'm following you now. Because I was thinking, go ahead.
I was gonna say Alexis is not the best example, but I just can't think of anybody else that has done. Okay, maybe this was kind of similar. The other example that's coming to mind, and this isn't even the best example either, is Tia Coffey doing Mel B.
Okay.
Where she honed in on like one specific aspect of Mel B.
Girl.
That like the girl and only ran with that, and there wasn't a lot of nuance to the character. I feel like Fontana took the one aspect of like Britney Spears who doesn't know how to like be a human in society,
right?
And was just like it was one dimensional. I think what I'm trying to say here is that it was a one-dimensional character.
Yeah, especially.
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, I was just thinking, especially since we have seen what a good Britney is on Snatch Game, and I feel like if Fontana wanted to go with that angle of like a Britney Spears, that opens up a whole conversation of choosing that sort of angle on the character.
Yeah.
But even if we do a Britney Spears that is still under contract, that is still like under the
C ship.
That could be like interesting to do a Snatch Game with. So I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
The idea was there. I think Britney Spears, who doesn't know how to be a human, is a great way to take Britney, especially with everything we know now about Britney and the Free Britney of it all.
Right.
It just was one-dimensional. And I honestly felt that way about a lot of the characters in this Snatch Game.
Right.
But I felt that way. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, I apologize for interrupting. I just think like being one-dimensional on Snatch Game isn't necessarily a problem in and of itself, as long as like you are witty about it. Like you can portray one trait of a character on Snatch Game the whole time. Like Gigi Good as the robot. Like that was like that was funny because she knew how to like take that one individual trait and apply it to every single question and make it funny. The way she tried to pick up the paper but couldn't, the robotic voice. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing as long as you know how to do it.
Or like Valentina's Miss Columbia is like another really good example of that.
I can never read anything.
Yeah, like
Steve Harvey.
So like I said, cocaina.
Like those are where exactly what you said, Matthew. You take one aspect of it, and if you can do it I also think of like again, I'm just not coming up with the greatest examples today. But like Pearl is Big Ange is someone that like took one aspect of Big Ange and like put it towards everything. But yeah, I don't know. There were really only two good performances for me, if I'm being honest.
We're in an era, especially doing Britney Spears now, that we're in a post-C ship era. Because like the two times Britney has been done for Snatch Game is like when Britney was under that like C ship. And it's like crazy to even think about.
Wait, Tatiana and who's the other one I'm missing?
Derek.
Oh. Oops, my bad.
And I sure can tell you that I do have a penis. I wish she had done Laura Bell Bundy. I truly, to this day, wish she had done Laura Bell Bundy because she would have gone home when she should have. I said what I said. I love Derek Barry. But, for me, there were only two good characters in this, and it was Elecktra and Admira.
Yeah.
Is it bad to say that Elecktra and Admira kind of look like twins out of drag?
Oh, fully confused them for the first, like, them and Vanity out of drag, like, just in the workroom, fully confused them for, like, the first 3 episodes.
Admira can get it, to be honest.
I truly am so obsessed with Admira Thunderpussy.
I'm
Like,
obsessed with her in and out of
like,
drag. Like, she's infectious.
Admira Thunderpussy. I even made a whole TikTok about this.
You did.
Where
I
Admira
saw.
Thunderpussy, she's one of like top 5 motheriest mothers in all of Drag Race. Like
Yeah.
I have never seen such an amazingly cunty bitch than Admira Thunderpussy, and I love her.
I'm praying she's gonna be at DragCon this year because I'm trying to
Mhm.
go. And like, if I like, that would just be, that would make my life.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Yeah.
could just like see her giant overdrawn lips in
Oh.
person, like,
It's like how
So good.
it's like crazy with my like thing with Admira. Like at first I was like, okay, this looks a little bit like Priscilla, but then it's like this ain't Priscilla whatsoever. I need my eyes checked
Because
This
she
is
has
a bad
personality.
because she has personality
and she's good at drag.
And she has great skin.
And she's good looking.
And she doesn't call people truck drivers.
That's true.
And she doesn't say that the only Black queen on a season of Drag Race shouldn't act like a supermodel because she's not a supermodel, she's a drag queen.
Anyways, we're going down.
Okay, then sorry. Back to the good things. Because Priscilla can open up a whole can of worms. But I do think like overall Elecktra and Admira's performances were so good that it honestly saves the overall vibes for me personally of this whole entire Snatch game. Admira made me laugh out loud a couple of times. Elecktra, I don't think Elecktra had like too many good jokes, but just the character itself, the way she spoke, so fucking funny. Absolutely. I thought those two were like really big heavy hitters. So I was very impressed with them.
Completely.
I was impressed. You know, it's just like everyone being white ladies, and then it's like everybody looked a little too similar, which was kind of crazy. But then again, this is Europe, so
right.
No. Specifically, this is Sweden.
This is Sweden.
But
let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blonde wigs in there.
Literally. And then whatever the fuck Ima's wearing on her head.
Love that wig. I don't care. I love it.
I just don't love that it's so far back.
Oh my god.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna look up a picture of Corolla because I do not know what this woman looks like.
Please do. It's not the most accurate, but clearly this woman had a receding hairline, so that's probably why there's the big.
No, not some of these pictures I'm looking at. No,
really.
No, she seems to have a full head of hair.
Work.
Why would you give her a big forehead? Like, why?
Why did Ima do anything that she did in this episode? I'm gonna be
okay. I wonder if it's also like this picture, the way she's like angled and like has to look at books. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I saw the straight on photo. It's the same.
Listen, I'm trying to defend Ima any way I can.
No, valid and understandable. We love Ima. She's the only person to interact with us this season from Sverige, so we love her.
But she's
Yeah, I found it 2 weeks later because YouTube had moderated her comment because she called us shady bitches. So it like blocked the message, and then I go through like every like 2 or 3 weeks and like make sure that there's no like messages held for review. And the one I had the last time I checked was from her. She was like, "Not you talking about my shoes, you shady bitches." And I was like, "But
the
shoes." But
no, because Ima. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ima probably is the Eve 6000 of Europe because she is under every comment section. She has duetted me. She has stitched me. She has duetted and stitched Niru, huge ass mammoth.
I love
like,
Niru.
And it's like she doesn't say anything like negative or mean. Like she will like talk about like, oh, thank you for these comments. But there's one video I'll never forget. It was where she was stitching, or not even stitching. It was like a duet of Niru's, like one of Niru's like 90-second long videos, but Ima also talked the entire time while Niru was still talking. It was so cute.
I love that.
Put them on the pod together and like
I would
it was so cute.
That would be the day, honestly. I will say, if I had to name a third place, I don't think Santana's performance was I thought she had a good characterization of this like bitchy model, who I'm gonna assume is what her character was like, because that's how she played it. She had a couple of funny lines. I don't remember anything specific, but I do remember thinking, "Oh, Santana's doing pretty good here." Like,
Yeah.
Santana has done well.
Santana's done well the whole season. I agree with you.
They're
Like,
underappreciating her, which is my one big issue.
because let's be real here, she should have 2 wins.
Mm-hmm. I love Santana Sexmachine.
2?
The first 2 challenges.
Not only because Santana Sexmachine is cute out of drag, looking like Cosmo and whatnot, but this bitch is fucking phenomenal and her looks are stunning.
Absolutely. Like, her runway looks have been absolutely amazing.
The
Now,
candle
Logan,
wax.
the candle wax was insane.
The candle wax could be talked about for months.
No, I agree with Ima's win. I agree with Ima's win. I agree with Ima's win. Don't worry.
Yeah, but she definitely should have won that talent show.
The talent show, absolutely.
The pole dancing, like,
pamper yourself. What?
No, because maybe I'm just not Swedish and I didn't get it, but Elecktra should not have won that.
For me, it feels like everything they've done with Elecktra thus far this season is to set her up to be the winner. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Part of me thinks it's favoritism, but
yeah,
I think
Elecktra is
I was gonna say I think it's a lot more subtle than we've seen favoritism on certain other seasons thus far. But yeah, what were you gonna say, Matthew?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Now that is to say, I do think Elecktra is getting some favoritism, but it definitely is more subtle, like how you said. Sure, they gave her immunity episode 1, and even though I disagree with her talent show win, it's not like unjustified. Like, she did do a good job.
Yeah,
it's just Santana was right there. And then she was like deservedly put in the bottom for the design challenge. So they're not over. They don't protect her, but they are willing to like give her a little bump when she needs it, you know?
Well, and let's be honest here. They put her in the bottom against Indigo because it's like, okay, it's an easy way.
True.
We know there is not a chance in hell Indigo was going to win that lip sync. I love Indigo, but there was not a chance in hell they were going to win. No. So it's a safe way to put Elecktra in the bottom, give her versatility in her placements thus far in the season. And now she like bounces back up, and she has a high placement in Snatch Game.
Right.
So I feel very similarly to the way I felt about Paloma throughout France. I keep bringing up France today. I don't know what it is, but like Paloma is very talented, and like rightfully won that season. But there were moments where I was like, should she have gotten the wins that she got? I don't know. Like it feels very similar to that, and it's a lot of those like
few wins.
Yeah, it's a lot with the first seasons. Like in my heart of hearts, I don't think it really matters how the rest of the season goes. I'm just going to say this now. I think Elecktra is going to be our winner because I think they want someone like her to be the first winner representative for Sverige. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I think Elecktra is incredibly talented, not to be confused with Elecktra Bionic, Electra Shock, or Electra Fence. But I think she's incredibly talented. She's just not my absolute favorite on this season thus far.
Yeah.
But I respect everything that she's done so far, except for that look she made herself. But
if there's going to be anybody this season that I can see not only like compete with Elecktra, like for the fan base, but I could see the producers actually consider crowning over Elecktra is for sure Admira.
Absolutely.
I don't think anybody left is really going to be that big competition.
Maybe Santana. Maybe.
Well, at this point, Santana doesn't have a win, and they clearly don't want to give her one.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like indicative of why we might not see Santana stand a chance against Elecktra.
Yeah. I walked into this season blind as hell. I did not know who these bitches were. I did not know who was gonna be like a top 4 for me. Like top 4 for me would be Elecktra, Admira, Santana, and Fontana. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't dim the light of all these other girls. Like they're fantastic, even though some of their runaway packages have not been the best.
It's the first season, you know.
It's the first season. We're gonna have these faults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely it's the first season troubles. We've been through it, but we don't know.
Like not everybody can have like a top tier insane premiere season like España, you know.
Like España, like UK, like
you gotta work out the bumps.
I would even say Philippines.
Yeah.
I would maybe also say Thailand.
Of course.
Thailand did have a banger first season. But it's not a WOW Presents Plus, so who can watch it, you know?
I know. I'm so annoyed. Because we've talked about going back, because a lot of our panel for Drag Race as a whole has not watched Thailand. And I firmly stand in my truth that Thailand season 2 is in my top 5 favorite seasons of all time, because it is
spectacular season.
I haven't watched it in full, however, I enjoyed this fucking season down.
So when we do our cup refilled, which is our going back and watch other shows, cute name, yep. I came up with that one myself.
Wow.
Why did I finger gun? I don't know what's happening today. We'll get you on, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, love.
Before we go to the runway, a trigger warning very, very quickly for bad things. Just bad things. We're going to touch on it briefly. So it's elimination day. We're in the workroom, and immediately when they walk in, the music was a little bit different, and I was like, oh, okay, so something's about to happen. And we get a very powerful, I think it was Elecktra that was like, completely on her own without being prompted by a producer, obviously, talks about, or asks, has anyone ever, like, experienced any, like bad stuff happening while you're in drag? And we get a very emotional moment from Antonina talking about being sexually assaulted while in drag, mind you. And this has also happened in the UK. Like, I don't think that was specifically talked about, but she is a working drag queen in the UK, and the fact that this is still happening in the UK in 2022 at that time, I felt for her. As someone who's also dealt with sexual assault things in the past, I definitely I sympathize. I hate hearing that, because it's just it's fucked up. It really is. There's no other way to say it. But I was so happy that she was able to share that so openly. I definitely related as well, because she when she's talking to Elecktra specifically, she's like, well, I could have had it much worse. And that's how I talked about my own experiences for the longest time, because mine also could have been worse, but also, like, standing in the fact that, like, this still happened, and I need to acknowledge my feelings, because my feelings are valid regardless of what the situation is. So I 100% related. I feel for Antonina. Go send her some love specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so that's that. Back to fun things. Runway. Run.
I was excited for Snatch game, but then I was like, eh. But the guest characters were okay.
The guest characters were fine.
We had Arantxa Alvarez, who is a Swedish television presenter and singer. She was also a co-presenter on Swedish Big Brother.
Oh, good.
And she also participated in Swedish Idol as well, and made top 20.
Work. Oh.
And then we have
my husband,
my future man. We are gonna have to fight.
Y'all can have him.
Omar Rudberg from Young Royals, and also Eurovision.
No, he didn't make it to the contest yet. He competed in Melody Festival last year and didn't make it out of the heats. He's not even been close to Eurovision yet. But he had a great song last year. But we're going to talk about the runway. The category is old maiden type of looks. I wish Eris was here, because it's literally old maiden. It's an old maiden type of category. But
I live.
We're starting with, who was this?
This was Santana.
This is Santana. That's what I thought. Again, they all look the same, especially because they're not in their normal face. Santana Sexmachine. It's fine.
Yeah.
She looks good.
See, I would say that, but I think that would be a lie.
I think I would agree.
Yeah, it's, okay. Like, let me establish here. 1, I don't do drag. 2, I've never done drag. 3, I am recording this episode sitting from my couch in a sweatshirt that my dog ripped up. So, like, my opinion should be taken with a grain of salt. I did not enjoy this, and I think my main problem was the prosthesis that Santana used, because especially around the neck, you could see like where it was kind of letting up, and you could see her like neck underneath, and that kind of like took me out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also see the same like when like the sleeves end at the hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Love me some Santana though.
I love her, but what does this look?
It not good.
It's an old maiden type of look because this is the category, but you have to look your best when you're old maiden, I guess.
Right. Like by legal definition, yes, she did the assignment.
Not by legal definition.
But yeah, that's not for me.
It's not for me either.
Wait. So wait, what is it again? Is it cup empty? How do you guys do it?
So it's on a scale of 0 to 100. If you just decide you don't want to score, then you plead the Pomara Fifth, inspired by friend of the pod, Minnie Cooper, who coined the term, and we ran with it.
The full name is the Super Duper Minnie Cooper.
The Super Duper motherfucking Minnie Cooper, as I call her, and I love her dearly. I will be giving Santana a 12.
Oh!
Wow.
I'm gonna be generous and give her a 25.
Yeah, I'll give her like a 20. I'll do a 24.
Okay. Work, Diva. Gotta be different, I guess.
No, I think so different. You gave her a 12. You gave her a 12.
I mean, Mr. Talented did give Almighty a freaking 12 as well, so I guess they're both on the same level.
I still feel bad that I pled on every single look she wore, including her promo. Fontana. This was cute.
I live.
I love
this.
Remember the future drag runway from All Stars 2?
Of course.
This belongs here.
Yeah, this is cute. I mean, props for painting your entire body that's visible.
Yes.
That also is not easy to do. But yeah, I love it. I love a monochromatic look, and this just does it for me. I wish there was a little bit of definition in the face, in the makeup, because it is kind of just silver face, black eye, black lip.
Okay.
So I wish there was a little bit of like, I don't know, like contouring. I always feel that way when people just do like a glitter face. But I'm like, I just want a little bit of dimension in the face because you're still in drag. Whether you're a robot or not, like it's still supposed to be like drag. So that was my only critique, but otherwise I think Fontana looks phenomenal.
Yeah, this is absolutely
beep boop.
Beep boop.
What's up, bitch?
Literally.
No, this is really good. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the bodysuit too.
The bodysuit is good.
Yeah.
The wig.
Like, I love the wig.
Sorry. Oh, the wig is great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 95 for
my cup is full.
I'm gonna give it a 90 as well. Yeah.
Fair. Vanity Vain. Now, if we're gonna talk about crunchy prosthetics,
chop. No, girl.
This was the look is fine.
Yeah.
You look like Cher Horowitz in 50 years.
This is better than most things Almighty Aphrodite wore on the runway.
Right.
Therefore, like, it's fine.
Why does she look... Sorry, Logan, go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. It's just the difficulty is the prosthetic. Again, it's just difficult where this one was a little bit better than Santana's, I will say. But it supposed to be intentionally bad. I understand that, but it just still didn't hit the mark for me.
It's giving Alexis Stone for some reason. It's kind of giving when the clown one, you know, Jimbo was trying to do prosthetics for did Jimbo do prosthetics for Joan Rivers?
I think so.
This looks like if Joan Rivers got hit by a truck.
Yeah.
The truck driven by Avant-Garde.
Oh my god.
Just to pause real quick, Logan. I want to let you know you're frozen.
Mama, you're frozen.
Work, diva. Great, love it, wonderful. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh. Are we gonna have to edit this out again?
Sorry, just had to point it out.
No, you're good. You're good.
We're back.
Okay. We're gonna have to edit that again.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Vanity.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with what you guys said. I do think, like, in this case, the poor prosthetics did help because it does look like a bad touch-up. But yeah, I think it's still the crunchiness of those prosthesis was interesting to watch for sure, especially like during critiques when they showed the close-up of her face, and I said, "Oh,
they're shady for that."
They did her dirty.
So dirty.
The prosthetic. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Well, sorry.
It looks like if Peruvian television presenter Laura Bozo gotten Botox or something, and then this is the results you get.
It feels like production doesn't like Vanity.
Well,
I mean, neither do I.
I don't either.
I don't.
On the show, I don't like her.
This
as a character on this reality TV program, I am not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
She seems lovely.
I'm not enjoying how she is being presented on this television program.
Yes.
However, I think she might be a lovely gal.
Yeah.
When the cameras are not on.
Talented.
Yeah, absolutely, very talented.
I love the gold detail.
Yes. Like, I can see she definitely has an eye for design, for style. She definitely has an eye for it. But it really is just the face prosthesis that's like getting under or grinding my gears a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I'm
not mad at it.
I'm gonna give her a 60.
50.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 50 as well.
Admira Thunderpussy.
Let's go.
This is my abuela.
This is a mother, a grandmother,
a grandmother bitch.
Grandmother bitch.
You're just like a grandmother to me.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah, this spectacular, love it, great, wonderful, never been done before, show-stopping. So good. Like, is it just a pink bodysuit? Yes. But the character, there. I live for the fantasy. The slippers,
it's the house slippers for me.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Will.
No, go, Maddie, go.
No, I love this look, and especially in the confessional, she was talking about how it was inspired by, I don't remember their name, but who the guest drag queen was that they had in the mini challenge last week, I think.
Hold
on, I have it. Krister Lindar.
Yeah,
Lindrar.
Krister. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was inspired by that, and I was just like absolutely in love with this because I think that Krister just celebrated their like 70th birthday. Yeah. Okay. So I found this out because there is a drag queen on TikTok who follows me from Sweden, and her name is Babula. And she DM'd me and she said, like, here's like the tea on this look about Krister and everything in case you missed it. And I've been absolutely very grateful for that information. Yeah, but yes, so Krister just celebrated their 70th birthday. And this is Admira's inspiration from that.
The house slippers are my favorite part.
It's a monochromatic look, and I love it.
And the milk and cookies.
Oh my god. Honestly, my cup is full. It's a bodysuit, but my cup is full.
My cup is overflowing.
Yeah, my cup is overflowed with the milk that she's drinking. And you know, she is like, it's charisma, uniqueness, and nerve, especially because you know that milk was warm and she still drank it.
And that takes talent.
Yep.
Gag. I'm a queen.
And what if I said I liked it?
I love it,
I enjoy
but
elements.
not for this category.
I enjoy elements. The garment.
She has never worn a bad garment.
Correct.
Never. Yeah, I enjoy it. I didn't understand it for this category, and there was probably a story. I didn't get it, but I think it's very well constructed. I love a pant in drag, and I love a harem pant in drag, and that
Logan, you are just like me.
We are the same.
Yeah, I
That's
love
each other.
pants on the runway so
Truly.
much. And
When I
Pants?
start drag,
Pants on
I'm
the
just gonna wear
runway look?
pants. It's always pants. It's
Yeah.
always pants.
It's like I've always said, the Brastos wear pants.
The brat dolls wear pants. They sure do. No, I enjoy this. I like the headpiece. The makeup was kind of weird, but the garment overall is good. I was just confused.
See, I thought the makeup was spectacular. When they did the zoom-ins on her face, it was really good, especially for Imaa, and she painted very old. So that was very well done. But yes, I do agree. Like, because the feathers on the head, it's just, and she didn't explain the fantasy too much in the confessionals as well.
It's a very old maiden face.
On this very, like, chic shopper, which, love that. But it, like, the feathers, the story, I missed it a little bit. But
honestly, take away the headpiece, and I probably don't have an issue.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This is like your abuela who goes down to like the local 99-cent shop and like gets everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna go like Target and like get something.
Literally.
Right.
With all that being said, for this runway category, it's gonna be a 70.
For the garment, this could have been like a 95, but for this category, it's gonna be a 70.
I'm gonna give it like an 87.
Fair. It's the last time we can critique her until the finale, so it's fine. I'll give you that one.
If they bring her back.
Oh my god.
We've come to the part of our program where we have to talk about Antonina Nutshell.
Now, I'm just gonna say this right now. This is the best Antonina has looked so far.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Like, this has been her best runway so far.
Yeah.
My favorite moment of this episode is when Kayo Shikoni looks at her dead in the face and goes, "Why are all of your skirts short?" Well, thank you, Kayo. You are saying everything that we are thinking.
This could be said for so many other queens.
Yep.
This is just not good.
This is... Mama, I'm pleading.
This is a Primark dress that you tucked into your panties for some ungodly reason.
Yeah. I just don't... I feel like just the picture speaks for itself.
This is probably something you will see at your local TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory, one of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the shoe.
Like,
the shoe.
The shoes.
Is this a Mistress heel?
I think it's...
No, Mistress's heels start as stilettos. No shade to Antonina, but you know who had a great look for this runway? Indigo.
I haven't seen Indigo's.
It's great.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's a really really good look. But
of course, it had a good look.
Indigo usually did have some really solid looks too,
except for the one they made.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, good things about this. I enjoyed like the details. I enjoyed like those. I think they're, I don't know, like the bedazzling around her torso, and I like the detailing. So that's why I think it's like the best so far that she's worn.
On this Primark dress that she bought off the rack.
I enjoy. Go ahead, Maddie.
Like her ring. I like her ring.
I like
Okay.
gloves with. I love gloves with accessories. That's one
Yes.
thing I'm gonna do in drag. Obviously, I'm gonna have my nail gloves, of course. Very stone. My accessories all over. And no getting in the market city.
When the glove is my favorite part of this look.
The glove is my favorite part of this look, and I guess the hair too.
Yeah, it is a hair on her head.
She is wearing a wig on her head. I will say though, on a positive, I do want to give her a positive. This is the best her face has looked this entire season as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best she's looked.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna plead.
I'm not even gonna plead. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Great. Great. I love it. Will, are you still pleading?
Yeah, obviously.
Valid.
Mama, this is not good.
And last up is Elecktra, not to be confused with Elecktra, Electra Bionic, Electra Shock, or Electra Fence.
The multiverse.
The multiverse of Elektras. There are 5 of them. They all need to go on tour.
This look is giving Alexis Michelle faux fur.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's Alexis's grandmother.
Yeah.
Grandmother bitch.
I genuinely think this runway is exactly the reason why Elecktra did not win
I agree.
the Snatch game.
Um,
But although the judges did love it.
The
Sorry,
reveal, not pictured, but the reveal was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen this one before, and I didn't like the ending. Anyways,
Copyright.
Well,
fuck.
Admira got a win, so I did like the ending. Saying that.
I loved the ending.
She has this dress from like. Does Kimmy Kaz even sell dresses? She got this dress off of it's like how Alexa Michelle got a basic dress off of like somewhere in like House Kitchen in New York.
H&M. It's literally an H&M.
It was
dress.
H&M.
It was an H&M dress.
Oh, that's why Rue hated it. Anyways,
Yeah. Little did we know, years later, Joe Black.
Joe Black wears one H&M dress with a bow for a performance, and then suddenly it's all hell breaks loose. Back to Elecktra. I don't like this hair.
I did love that this was a tribute to her grandmother, though. I thought that was a very lovely, sentimental moment.
Mm-hmm.
So her grandma's Alexis Michelle.
Her grandmother is Alexis Michelle, confirmed. I did like the reveal. I should have grabbed a photo of the reveal instead because the reveal is much better.
The real reveal was very good because she also had the granny slippers.
The house slippers coming out of the house gown and just flopped on the runway. I was like, you fucking work.
So good. And the way she put her titties in her pocket, I live.
I live. For the reveal factor, minus the initial look, it's gonna be a 75 for Elecktra for me.
It's gonna be a sensible 74 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 73.
Valid. Well, that was the runway. We did it. That's over and done with. Favorite runway look? I think we can all agree.
Admira
Thunderpussy.
Thunderpussy.
I'm the queen of the Thunderpussy.
I'm taking over for. It's still Zeus.
I'm taking over for Admira.
And she wins.
Finally!
Finally!
No, because this
win.
This win was for the people.
This win was for the Thunderpussy.
This win was for the Thunderpussies. No, I hope Admira comes up with a good name for her fans.
The Thunderpussies.
Her Thunderpussies.
Sorry, I got a notification. But yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I was so happy, so ecstatic.
So happy. We have Elecktra in the top joining her. Only 2 tops. We only do 2 tops here in Sverige, apparently. We don't need 3.
Mm-hmm.
We got plenty of bottoms. Only 2 tops are needed, apparently.
Well, see, I think that sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that started because they are under the impression they know that they have their own Untucked. So they're not gonna have just Santana walk back there by herself.
It's not gonna be like Davina when she was in the Untucked by herself.
Davina Sharon. Oh god, I don't remember who else. But yeah, so I'm sure that's why they like started doing only 5 queens get critiques, because they started off the season with 6 getting critiques, I think.
Yeah.
So
I think so. But yeah, we had Santana and Fontana as our safe girls. Untucked, I don't remember anything that happened. I watched it.
I sadly didn't watch Untucked.
I watched like half of it.
I don't remember anything.
Sometimes
usually-
I'm forgetting some of these franchises have Untucked.
Right. I usually only watch when the queens that are safe like predict who wins and who's in the bottom, and then I stop watching.
There's no fights.
Did they predict the right bottom two? I think
They predicted Admira winning, and I think they predicted
Vanity.
I think they predicted I think they predicted Vanity and
Antonina.
Antonina, yeah.
Have they gotten the bottom two correct at all? I don't think so.
They did the first week. Then they did no, they didn't.
They did Almighty and
Antonina.
Oh, they did do Antonina, didn't they? Then there's been one week that they had, maybe it was the design
maybe it was
challenge.
last week.
No, because somebody said Fontana was lip syncing.
I'm just very excited to see their wrong opinions every week.
Yeah. No, honestly.
But we had a bottom 3 of Antonina, Imaa Queen, and Vanity Vain, with a bottom 2 of Antonina and Imaa. Did we agree?
Not really.
I would have been more content
I
if
knew
it was a
Vanity to
bottom
come.
3 with Vanity also there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could have been justified.
Okay.
Also kind of like how we had a bottom 3 in Holland, España, and
Belgique.
recently Belgique.
Yeah.
For
See,
no reason.
no. Belgique makes you want to like.
No, trust.
Yeah. You understand. I try to avoid bottom 3s at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with this. I'm gonna say that I do think Imaa did the worst, and
I wouldn't have minded a bottom 3 lip sync, but I'm fine with the bottom 2. You know, because we've seen bottom 3 lip sync before. You know, since freaking Thailand, and everyone was fighting for their lives.
To Britney
Fight for
Spears.
your life.
How fitting.
Fight!
I cannot
Fight for
wait
your life.
I cannot wait to talk about Thailand. But they lip sync, and I'm like, oh, cute. It's going to be some Swedish song I've never heard before. Great. It's Kitty Girl by RuPaul, available on iTunes.
It's like,
Founded by
What
World of
is
Wonder
it
Records.
with these international franchises and just throwing a RuPaul song in mid-season?
Y'all had a whole challenge based off of RuPaul songs and a whole RuPaul lip sync smackdown on Canada.
like, at least in Canada though, that's an English franchise. Because what is up with this like non-English franchise just throwing these like English songs at these poor girls when knowing we had a whole Snatch game of Eurovision contestants. So there are Swedish songs out there that they can lip sync to.
You could have used an Oh My Rudeberg song.
Yes, literally.
His song, at least from Melfest last year, wouldn't have been good to lip sync to.
Okay,
It's
fine.
too,
But
it's too masculine.
You could have done Corolla.
Y'all could have done.
You could have done a Tona Sekelius song since you brought her on.
Tona Sekelius was on Sweden.
I'm a Tona Sekelius like defender.
Mm-hmm.
That is my goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was intrigued because we got to this lip sync and we found out it was Antonina and Imaa, and I'm like, but Imaa has a challenge win, but Antonina had the emotional story arc. Oh God, like I don't know. And then the lip sync starts.
Can we have a double save?
No.
Italia did it twice.
I love Imaa so much. So much. She lost the lip sync.
She lost the lip sync.
You know, this
Well, okay.
Go ahead, Maddie.
Of what we saw from the lip sync, because there were goddamn confessionals every 5 seconds in the whole lip sync. But yes, by legal definition, Antonina won that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though it was a lot of walking around and whatnot, it's like
It was like. Sorry, Will, go ahead.
I wish it could have been a double save. You know, this wouldn't have happened if Imaa had immunity.
Right, because what
If
happened to the
any
immunity?
queen had immunity.
We had one immunity, and it was a mini challenge on a day one.
Right. No, because like it was just so. In terms of the double Shantae, there was there was a part of when Fuchs was dismissing Imaa, and he said like Sweden needs you, or Fuchs said Sweden needs you, and I was like, oh, double Shantae, why would she say that? Why would she say that? No, no, sashay the fuck away.
Wow.
God.
Out of my presence.
I'm telling you, this is one of the most gobsmacked eliminations we've had in a long time. Yeah.
Truly, they gagged me a bit,
Yep.
for sure.
Jaw dropped.
Like, I had Imaa in my top 3. I really did. Like, my top 3 was Elecktra, Admira, and Imaa.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
It's good to know that Sverige is like not above protecting a front runner.
Yeah.
Or sorry, is not above like eliminating a front runner.
Yeah.
Because by all definitions, like Imaa did lose the lip sync. She did deserve to be in the bottom.
And she did the worst in the challenge.
Right. So I'm like really struggling with that though, because it's just Imaa is so lovable. It reminds me, I don't know if it reminds me of that one video that Green Gay did on Valentina. And he said, fans everywhere were struggling with the fact that Valentina went home, and worse, it was deserved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most recent example for me, and it's not because it was undeserved, but because it was shocking, going back to Belgique, when Edna went home as early as she did, I remember talking about it, I was like, I was gagged. My jaw was on the floor. I was like, yes, she did the worst in the challenge, but I truly thought they were going to propel her at least to 5th.
Yeah.
She did okay. It was like, they got rid of Edna, yet somehow Boop is still in the competition.
Yep.
Anyway.
You ate that.
Well, I would love to talk about what next week's Sverige episode is, but I have no clue. Who knows? All I know is that we will be here talking about it. Matthew, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. No, I really appreciate this opportunity. I really do.
Literally anytime, you always have a seat at our table. Like 100%. For anything, everything. Thailand, you're the first person I'm calling.
I'll be there.
I need Thailand defender.
Don't call me until like at least episode 3 because I do not want to talk about that.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Silver Sonic and M Stranger Fox?
M Stranger Fox, thank you.
Oh, that's all I'm going to talk about in episode 1. That's all we're talking about, honey.
I don't want to talk about that.
You know, that's valid.
God.
That's valid and understandable.
Talk to me when like Kana Warrior and Candy come back.
I'm sorry. I have a love for Thailand too, to be honest. Like, I would say Angela and Nugget and Candy Zion are like my mothers, and then Jeannie is my auntie.
Oh, don't even get me started. Anyway, thank you for joining us for Drag Race Failure. We'll be back next week with something on episode 5.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Literally, we don't know. They're not telling us. But make sure to subscribe, like, share, follow all of us on Twitter, follow Matthew on all of his things because he does a lot of things. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Everything is alleged. I forgot I left that in. I left that in from when we did a Global All-Stars cast speculation, and I've just left it ever since. I'm like, everything we said is alleged. It's fine.
And I from the US.
Literally. Cheers.
Cheers.
Goodbye now.
For your life.
May the besta queen vina.